house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 19 updates and spoilers. Our house guest today is Kevin Claridge. Kevin, thank you so much for the awesome package. We love all the little treats and surprises, and you were so sweet for sending that to us, so thank you so much. And if you guys want to be house guests today like Kevin, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. Alright, so yesterday was disgusting. If you did not see yesterday's spoiler yet, you should probably watch that first, because if you don't, today's is going to be really confusing and you're missing out on a lot of important plot points. So I don't want to like recap everything that happened yesterday because we'd be here for hours, but the feeds were down for like an hour after the whole Kevin Christmas Josh fight. Big Brother must have been all like opposite sides of the house. I said opposite sides of the house. So I think that was going on, and then they just were like calming people down for a while. So when the feeds came back, Kevin and Christmas were talking in the backyard and they agreed. Things really got out of hand. Things escalated quickly. It was like that freaking street fight in Anchorman. So they're like not mad at each other for now, but Kevin apologizes for yelling and Christmas is being fake as hell. She's like, oh, I'm glad I got you on my side, blah blah blah, because he'll like go to bat for her or whatever. You know she's gonna turn around in 2 seconds and start talking crap about him again, for real. So Kevin is like, you know what, I really don't think that Josh should have gotten involved in that, and Christmas is like, you're right. So Kevin asks her to talk to Josh. She says, yeah. Will she though? I'm sure she's gonna talk to him, but about that, Alright, so then Jason, Alex, and Josh were in the bathroom and they're talking about Kevin. That was like a real yawn, but also these people are boring me. So Jason says Kevin knows he's in trouble now. He was saying to Jason, and he's relaying this to everybody, that he knows that the MO of this group is to pick one person for everybody to gang up on. Josh and Christmas are sent to start things off and start picking on that person. Yup, he's got it down. He knows what's up. So then Paul comes over and they're talking about how Kevin has the $25,000 from the first day. And he's saying he definitely does because he wouldn't swear on his kids that he doesn't, and he's sworn on them before. So obviously he has it. So then Jason repeats the whole, oh, we send Josh and Christmas to attack one person, and Josh is like, who does he think we are, dogs? Don't insult dogs like that, okay? Because you are nothing like dogs. So then Alex and Paul are acting like they haven't been encouraging Josh to blow up at Kevin. We see what's happening. We know what you're doing. You are trash bags right now. So Josh is like, oh man, how do I fix this? What if he wins HOH? So they're like, oh, we don't think that Kevin will win HOH unless it's a crapshoot. I would love to see Kevin win the next HOH. Ah! But he probably won't. Okay, so then Jason is saying that he would be so pissed if Kevin wins HOH and puts up him and Alex after he kept Kevin off the block this week. So then Alex is listing off all these nasty insults that he could throw at Kevin. And then Jason says, I'm gonna F your wife when I get out of here, and I'm gonna tie up all your daughters and make them watch. What the frig are you saying? What is wrong with you? Jason was one of the only like okay ones left, and then he said that. So I mean, they're all laughing. They're like, oh my god, Jason. They're just saying like, you crossed the line, but they're still laughing. So I mean, he's saying like he was trying to think of the worst thing that he could possibly say, and they're like, well, you got it. But still, like, that's messed up. Even if you're joking, that's not something you joke about. So then Kevin comes in and breaks up the douchebag meeting, and Kevin apologizes to Josh. He's like, I would never hit you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get so crazy. And Josh is like, I accept your apology. Where's your apology? So then he's saying that he got heated with Kevin because Kevin called him a follower. He's referring to an incident that happened like 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and you just let that go, and now you're bringing it up when it's convenient because you want to get into a fight. So then Kevin is like begging Josh to go in the pool and have fun. He's like, we'll talk more about it later. You know, I'll talk to you for an hour later, but let's go enjoy the pool now. So they hug, whatever. Alright, so then Kevin goes outside. The others are still inside talking shit about him in the kitchen. So Raven, oh my god, She is talking a big game about how she's gonna annoy the crap out of Kevin. She's like, he don't talk to me because he knows I'll rip him a new one. Yeah, that's why he doesn't talk to you. So it's pretty interesting that she's now channeling like almost all of her anger towards Kevin instead of Jason. What happened there? Jason's the one who didn't use the veto, but Paul is telling her like, oh, it's Kevin's fault, and she's freaking buying it, hook, line, and sinker. So then Alex is saying to Raven, Matt shouldn't cook slop for the rest of the week because then Kevin will not have slop to eat because he doesn't make his own food, which is kind of sad. But at the same time, Alex is being a real here. So Raven's like, yeah, Matt's taking a penalty vote and eating this week, so he's not going to be cooking slop. I'll talk more about the penalty vote later. So Raven's like, it's fine, he's not going to be cooking slop. I'll throw away all the other slop. So she's saying she's going to throw it out, and Alex is like, yeah, that's awesome, because Kevin doesn't know how to make it, and he's just going to have to drink protein shakes all week, and it's going to be great. There's something wrong with her. Josh is like, let him have his damn slop. And then Alex is like, no. And Josh, you better not effing make slop for Kevin. So Paul is then saying that they're going to blow up on Kevin again when the time is right. And Raven and Alex are freaking chomping at the bit. They cannot wait. They're like, ooh, I want to do it. I want to do it. And Josh is like, I'm not going to be part of it again. Yeah, okay, we'll see. He's always saying that, and then he's like so ready to jump in. It's ridiculous. So a few minutes later, Kevin and Paul are outside, and Kevin's telling him, I'm going to be loyal to you and Jason till the end. No, Kevin, can't you see what's happening here? So Kevin, I don't know why he said this. He tells Paul that Josh told him he won the $25,000. But I don't know why he's saying this, because he already admitted to Paul a while ago that he was the one who got it. So I don't know what he's thinking with that, but he's sticking with it. So then Paul is in the kitchen with Josh and Alex, and Paul is just riling Josh up against Kevin again. He's like, yeah, Kevin told me you got the $25,000. He brings up the comment that they're sicking Josh on people. And it's working because Josh is just like, he doesn't like people saying that he's being controlled by others, but he is. So sad. So then there was talk of throwing the next HOH competition to Josh to take out Kevin. However, the real targets are Jason and Alex. But Alex is like, all right, if that's what we're doing, that's what we're doing. I'm on board. Okay, so remember how I said that I wanted Kevin to win the next HOH? I would not mind if Josh or Christmas won and turned around and put up Jason and Alex. I think that would be hilarious. Anyway, Paul was like, we're going to let Kevin feel good for now, and then next week we're going to blow his shit up. And he says they're all going to chime in on it. So you can already see what we're in for next week, and I'm not looking forward to it because it's just disgusting and it's hard to watch. Like, it makes me not want to watch at all. So then Josh is like, oh, can I address him now, please? The fact that he's asking permission is just very telling of Josh's game. But Paul's like, no, you have to wait till next week. Oh my god. Master says no. Paul doesn't like it. So then Alex is literally telling Josh to heal. She's like, heal, Josh, heal. And she says, I'm just kidding, but she's kind of not. Alright, so then Alex decides that she's going to take matters into her own hands. She finds the bag of cooked slop in the kitchen fridge, and she brings it over to the storage room fridge to hide it. And on her way over to the storage room, she makes the loudest possible shuffling noises in her slippers, which is what she called Kevin out on earlier. Wow! That's not petty. You're just like, she's a troll, man. She's a troll. So then Jason, Alex, and Josh are in the HOH room a little while later. Guess who they're talking about? Kevin. And then Kevin comes in and he's like, do you guys know what happened to the slop? And Alex is like, nope. Girl, we freaking saw you hide it. Ugh. So then she's like, I don't know, Raven's pretty mad. She might have gotten rid of it. She was talking about throwing it out. And I just want to note, Alex was sitting there with an empty bowl, she just emptied it, of slop. She ate slop. Basically to, I guess, rub it in Kevin's face. And she's not even a have-not, so she was just doing that to be a jerk. So Kevin's just like, why would somebody do that? Why would somebody get rid of the slop? And Alex is like, well, Raven was mad that you were yelling at Josh. She says that she came from a house of abuse and she doesn't like that. So Kevin's just like, really? Really? Because Raven is freaking throwing shit at Matt and hitting him every single night. Which is true. So then Alex is saying, well, it was Matt's slop anyway, and he took the penalty vote. So, like, it was Matt's slop, whatever. And she's saying, that was so badass of Matt to take the penalty vote and eat real food. And Kevin says, doesn't that compromise the dignity of the game? Yup. Okay, so then Alex is saying, well, I don't think it's that big of a deal if she threw out the slop. Be quiet, trash bag! Okay, sorry, had to. It could have been worse. So then Josh and Kevin are discussing their argument. They're trying to rehash that again. And Josh is saying he got involved because of the follower comment from 2 weeks ago. And he's saying, you apologized to me, but that doesn't fix how I felt in the moment. So you're just gonna hang on to this shit forever. We've seen Josh do that over and over again. People will resolve things with him. They'll talk about it over and over again, and Josh is like, it's fine, it's fine. And then the next time he wants to, you know, have a fight, he's bored and he needs something to do, he freaking brings up old shit like that. So they're just talking in circles about it, and after a few minutes, Jason tells Josh, take a hike, get the F out of here. Like, he literally says, take a hike, get the F out. So Josh leaves the HOH room, and Jason's like, I'm tired of all the attacks, okay? So Jason tells Kevin, like, yes, the tone that you used a few weeks ago with Josh, it seemed like you were attacking him. So Kevin's like, okay, fine. Like, he apologized. He'll apologize again. So then Josh comes back a few minutes later, and Kevin does apologize again. He's like, sorry if you thought that I was aggressive. That was not my intention. You know this shit's gonna come up again. So meanwhile, Paul and Christmas are freaking working Matt and Raven in the backyard. So the plan as of right now is to pretend that Kevin is the target next week so that Alex will feel comfortable throwing the HOH competition to Josh or Christmas. So then Jason and Alex are the actual targets. Ooh. So then if one of them wins the veto, the plan is to put up Kevin as the replacement nominee, but they still want to get rid of either Alex or Jason because they are a bigger threat. Okay, so then let's talk about Matt being a loser. He said he will leave the jury house if there's no booze. And he also said he will be the first person to refuse to vote on finale night if Alex and Jason are in the final two. He is such a sore loser. I feel like he is that kid who, like, would lose Monopoly or chess or checkers or whatever and freaking flip the board so that nobody else can enjoy it. That's Matt. So then they're talking about the votes from last week. Now Paul knows that Jason and Alex were the two who voted to evict Matt, and he's trying to, like, lead them towards that. Everybody knows that Jason was one, but Alex is still, you know, under wraps here. So Paul's like, it probably wasn't Kevin because he swore on his kids' lives about that, but not about the 25,000. So it's looking like he's telling the truth about the vote. But Alex, on the other hand, was acting really weird about it. So maybe it was her. So this is all part of Paul's plan to make sure that Raven is going to target Jason and Alex if she wins HOH, and if Jason and Alex win, they'll still want to target Raven. So he's still playing that middle. And I feel like it's working because I don't see them comparing notes about stuff like this. It's ridiculous. So then a little while later, Kevin is complaining about the missing slop again. This time he's up in the HOH room with Christmas and Jason. And they're just like, oh, Kevin, I'm so sorry that that happened to you. Jason is saying that they're going to go make some more slop. And then Alex comes in the room and she's telling Kevin, you're complaining over nothing. You could have made 16 more batches by now. Yo! She's the one who freaking did it. She sucks. So she's saying your personality sucks. She's saying you can make your own. It's not a big deal. I'm tired of the slop talk. Maybe you should put it back in the fridge then. So Jason goes down to the kitchen to help Kevin make more slop. And Kevin leaves the room for a minute. And Alex, like, yells down from the sky bridge to Jason, don't baby him. He's an adult. Make him do it by himself. Alright, so then a few minutes later, Jason gathers everyone in the living room for an announcement from Big Brother. And Alex is like, oh my god, maybe we're getting a party to celebrate the top 8. F off! You're not getting these shitty parties! Not for you. Okay, so then Jason reads the card. I have a lot of anger right now. Jason reads the card, and it's all like, house guests, Matt sucks. He has chosen to break the have-not food rules by eating regular food, and will therefore be receiving 1 penalty vote against him this week. Whoop-de-freaking-do! Big deal, 1 penalty vote. Oh my god, that's so annoying. So, Matt's plan here is to get multiple penalty votes to ensure that Raven stays. First of all, I don't think that's how it works. I don't think you get multiple penalty votes. I think it's just like the 1. But he is hoping that he'll be able to get like a lot, and he wants to set a record. So then, he's using this to ensure Raven's gonna stay. So isn't that kind of using production as a strategy? Kick his ass out! Alright, so then Matt immediately takes a hot shower after this announcement, which again goes against being a have-not. And he's like basically rubbing it in Big Brother's face. It's really shitty. And I just wish that Big Brother would step up here and do some sort of other punishment. Maybe like take away jury, take away money from his stipend, I don't know, something like that. Or even punish the house and make them have-nots so they'll all be pissed at him. I think that would be more effective because obviously this is what Matt wants. So it's not working. But I just think it's really lame what he's doing right now. And I mean, it's obvious this whole time that he does not care about the game at all. He does not respect it. And I almost wish that everybody would just vote for him to stay this week and get rid of Raven so that he has to stay alone for another week. I think that would be hilarious, but they're not going to do that. So then Kevin and Jason were talking in the money bedroom, and Kevin's trying to figure out what Alex's freaking problem is. He feels like she's treating him like shit, which she is. She's criticizing the way he walks. She's being mean to him about the slop. He doesn't know yet that Alex is the one who hit it. He still thinks it's Raven. So Kevin suspects maybe Alex doesn't like that he and Jason are so close. And I totally agree. I think that is a possibility. I think also Paul told her not to like Kevin, and she's going along with it. So then Jason tells Kevin, all right, man, you just need to stay calm even if people attack you, because freaking out on them is only going to make it worse. So Kevin's like, yeah, but I want to stick up for myself. Like, I'm not going to let people treat me like crap. But he says he gets it. He's calm. He's calm. So then Paul, all last night, you know, he likes to just push things over and over again. So he was pushing to Josh and Christmas that they have to take a shot at Jason and Alex next week. One of them has to go, or else they could be screwed. So Jason is the primary target over Alex because Paul knows he's got a better shot at controlling Alex than he does Jason. And he feels like if Alex wins the next HOH, he could get her to target Raven instead of them. I feel like there is definitely a possibility there because Alex is so far up Paul's ass. Okay. So, he was also telling them that both Raven and Alex have agreed to throw the competition to them this week, so they feel like they're in really good shape. And, one last order of business from Paul. He wants them to go to the Final Four with Kevin because he thinks that Kevin will be easier to beat than Raven. I'd love to see them drag Kevin to the Final Four, and then he just, like, pulls out all this freaking competition prowess right at the end and just, like, wins out to the end. That'd be hilarious. So, alright, last night, Matt settled into bed in the Rose bedroom. Again, he is supposed to be a have-not, but he's completely ignoring that. So Big Brother's all, Matt, stop that. And they also pulled out, this is a reminder, all have-nots must sleep in the have-not bedroom. And Raven says, are you shitting me? That's not happening. And then they freaking go under the covers and, you know. Okay, so then the rest of the night, same shit. Paul pushing his agenda, everyone accepting it. And then it seemed like maybe there could be some hope for Josh, but nope. So he was whispering to himself in the HOH room, and he's like, hey, I wonder why Paul's setting up all these side alliances when he's supposed to be 110% with myself and Christmas. Like, why does he need all these side alliances? And then he's like, doesn't make sense to me, but whatever. That's an actual quote. And then he was saying, like, Paul's a bigger target than the two of us, so I guess he needs that. He needs those other alliances to protect himself. Do something about it. Oh my God. So whenever Josh brings up stuff like this to Christmas, she just brushes it off. She's like, oh, he's got to maintain those relationships so that people will throw competitions to us, you know? If they're not comfortable, they're not going to throw it, so he needs to do that. Okay, moving on. This morning, Kevin and Jason were walking the yard, and Kevin is saying he still wants to go to the Final Four with Jason, Paul, and Alex. But he really does not understand what Alex's problem is lately. Lately, Alex has been for a really long time, but I guess lately she's been especially bad to Kevin. So Jason's like, all right, I'm going to talk to Alex and we're going to figure this out because we can't have this division in our team. We're not going to make it to the end if we're divided like this. So a little while later, Jason does talk to Alex in the money bedroom and he's like, so is there like any way that we could honor the Final Four deal with Kevin and Paul? And Alex is like, nope. So then Alex is saying we're all gonna freak out on Kevin on Thursday night or Friday if he does not win the veto, because of course they gotta wait and make sure that he doesn't win the veto first, and then they're just gonna rip him to shreds. And Jason is like going along with it. He's like, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, good idea. And Alex is saying to Jason, I don't want you talking game with Kevin anymore. You can talk about cows and shit, but not game. And again, Jason's like, okay. And Jason is then asking, did Kevin do anything specifically to you to make you so upset with him? Or like, what's going on here? And Alex is like, no, but he's condescending. And I hate condescending people. Really? And she says that he plays the old man card. And then she starts talking about how he like conditions people. And she compares it to what child molesters do. And she's like, oh yeah, he goes and finds people's weaknesses. Like Josh, she knows that he's like a weak person. And it's like when a child molester looks for a kid who's like not going to tell on them or something. Are you joking right now? I know she's just trying to compare like the mentality and she's not like calling Kevin a child molester. But like, do you really think that's an okay thing to say? Because I don't. I think it's really effed up. But anyway, I think you guys know how I feel about Alex right now. So that's where we are. We're still a few days away from eviction. So let me know what your comments are in the comments. And until tomorrow, much love.